Hello, here's a quick walk around of our 2007 GT3 with 40,340 miles. Got this car on a trade for a 991.2. It is an excellent driver quality example. There were a few things that we fixed that I'll note in the video. Starting with the front, there is some older PPF on it, which you can see some dirt and debris behind the seams. But the film, it's doing its job, looks like. Some closer up pictures of it. There's also some PPF on the headlights. The rest of the car doesn't have any film except for the stone guards, so you will see some touch-ups here and there on the leading edge of the car, on the front fenders and the hood. I'll do my best to capture them. This light is pretty ambient, so it's hard to tell. There's a little touch up here. And there's a couple touch ups on this front fender as well. So as part of our reconditioning, we had the wheels refinished. They were getting a little faded as far as the clear coat goes. They were probably the factory finish, so they look all nice and shiny now. We did have the front lip replaced. Unfortunately, because it's so low, we did scuff it already a little bit here. But this is the cup lip, I believe, so it's a little bit more aggressive than the factory lip that came on the car. Windshield is in pretty good shape. Looks almost brand new. I did see a little right here. I don't know if this is bubbling or a crack, but it's just something to note right here. The interior. Again, it's a driver's car, so it's not perfect. You know, some of the Alcantara, especially on the steering wheel and the shifter, are getting a little worn. If anything, it's a little more grippy than it would have been. There's the PCCM radio. The buttons on the center stack are in nice shape, so they must have been addressed before, because that's very typical on 997s. Typical bolster wear on the lumbar and the bottom portion, to be expected. So the other part of the recon that we did on this car was there was some prior paint on the rear quarters. There is a past listing where you can kind of see some scratches on the leading edge. So those were repaired, but when we got the car, there were some seams along the windows that we could tell were not buttoned up correctly, so we went ahead and just resprayed these quarters at a proper shop that does a lot of exotics, and it came out great. Afterwards, we had the stone guards put back on by a PPF shop that's next door, so it came out great. I think it matched very well. So we did on both the driver's side and the passenger side as well. Rear end is in good shape, not much to write home about. Looks like there's a little chip here behind the rear wheel, which is fairly common. Also, rear tires 2022 and front tires are 2023. The other quarter, kind of the same story as the other side. They just weren't done correctly, so Everything looks good now. And then the new stone guards as well. So overall, it's a really nice driver quality example. We sold a ton of 997s. This is a really good car. Already out of the box with some good upgrades as well. So if you have any other questions, let us know. Thank you.